One of the people who's going to be doing a full TPUSA-sponsored college speaking tour is Brilyn Hollyhand. He's a 19-year-old political commentator. He's best-selling author of One Generation Away, Why Now is the Time to Restore American Freedom. He's chair of the RNC's Youth Advisory Council, and he's host of his own show, The Brilyn Hollyhand Show. Brilyn, thanks so much for taking the time. Really appreciate it.
Ben, thanks for having me. Happy Friday. I appreciate the opportunity.
So first of all, why don't we talk about what exactly the college speaking tour is going to constitute? How many colleges are you hitting? Which ones are they? And what are you going to be talking about?
You know, Ben, what man meant for evil, the Lord is now using for good. And what's become clear in the last week is that you can kill a man, but you can't kill a movement. And all across this country, we're seeing an uprising of the next generation waking up to the fact with seeds of revival being planted across this country. What this assassin, this coward, in an attempt to shut our generation up, he actually woke us up. And we're going to be traveling to these campuses to speak to young people that are more energized than ever before. So I kicked off the tour last night at the University of Arkansas to a sold-out auditorium of over 500 students that packed out to come see us with 1 week notice. We're going to 9 other campuses, so 10 campuses total all across this country, because so many young people are eager to get off the sidelines right here, right now, because they're waking up to the fact, Ben, that this is no longer red versus blue. This is a fight of good versus evil. They want to be on the side of good. They want to pay attention to politics. This is no longer a fight of just their parents' or grandparents' arena. They want to get in the arena now, and it's so cool to see.
So why don't we talk about the kind of stuff that you're going to be talking about on this tour? Obviously, I'm sure free speech is going to come up. What safety precautions, number one, are you taking? And number two, what kind of topics are you tackling?
2 weeks ago, I didn't have to travel with a security detail. That's like a brand new concept to me. It's kind of a crazy world to live in, that like a college freshman can't walk to classes himself or like go on a campus. The one place you're supposed to have like a free exchange of ideas without like armed men in suits and guns. Like that's an insane concept to me, Ben. But sadly, that's the reality that we live in today in 2025 in America. I will say that what we're going to be doing is continuing Charlie's legacy of championing civil discourse. That's what he lived and died doing, and we want to continue that baton on these campuses. The one place that you're supposed to have free expression right now is the one place that's being censored. So we want to continue that. And what I want to be really clear is what we're seeing today is the result of higher education and liberal indoctrination starting during the hippies movement in the 60s and 70s, where these activists in teachers' clothing seeped into our education system and starting the indoctrination at higher ed, and now we've gotten all the way down to kindergarten teaching pronouns to our kindergartners. We've got to stop that. So we're going to the root cause of the problem. We're going to these college campuses. And what I'm trying to be really clear to our generation today is what we're seeing in America today is the result of our generation being raised to believe that politics and faith are taboo topics. We were told that we couldn't talk about politics and faith at the dinner table. We were told that we couldn't talk about politics and faith out in public. Therefore, when our generation gets frustrated about politics and faith, we don't know how to communicate with each other. We just know how to scream at each other. We know how to assassinate each other. We know how to, paint our hair blue, get a nose ring and a bullhorn and shut down a college campus and protest, but we don't know how to actually sit down at a table and have a free discourse of ideas, Ben. So that's why I'm going to this campus. We had a really good conversation last night. Some people agreed, some people disagreed, but guess what? We all had it civilly. That's what we have to champion on these college campuses.
Now, Brilyn, it does feel like there is a gigantic movement that was already arising, obviously, before Charlie was killed. It is now multiplied in size and effect. So a bit of controversy broke out over a social media video that you did introducing the tour. You were sitting on a private plane, and so people were getting uptight with you for being on a private plane while making this video. What's your take on that?
Ben, I've been in politics for 8 years. I've never flown private before. I flew private last night because to make it to this tour, I had to leave English class in the afternoon and make it really in a tight turnaround to get to the speech in Arkansas. Not my plan of the future. I've been commercial for 8 years. I'll fly this afternoon commercial to speak at a Faith and Freedom Conference in North Carolina. I'll be flying commercial next week to my speeches. That's the life I live. I can't afford private. A very nice person offered this flight in Arkansas yesterday to make it to the speech. I had to fly from being a freshman at Auburn University to make it to my English classes to get my grade and graduate with a diploma, fingers crossed, and then make it also to try to champion civil discourse on the speeches. So that's where we stand.
Well, Brilyn, thanks for doing what you're doing. We'll obviously be keeping tabs on your entire tour, and Godspeed.
Thank you, Ben. I greatly appreciate you.